To the heavyweight division we go here in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Niall Kennedy, a former amateur standout in Ireland, takes on Willie Palms of Newark, New Jersey. Niall Kennedy enters his fight with an unbeaten record of 5-0, 2 of his wins by way of knockout. He actually still resides in Dublin, Ireland. Willie Palms enters this fight with a record of 10 wins against 10 losses and 1 draw, 8 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Willie Palms has not fought since 2011, and obviously needs to shake off some ring rust against the more active Niall Kennedy tonight, but Willie Palms has fought a much better level of opposition than Niall Kennedy, notably Maurice Byram, amongst others. Byram, a former world title challenger, I believe, fought Vitaly Klitschko, if I'm not mistaken, in one of Vitaly Klitschko's final fights before he retired for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. Kennedy wearing the Irish trunks. Willie Palms wearing the solid black trunks. And by Irish trunks, I mean white with green trim, and there's a shamrock on them, and the Irish flag. Niall Kennedy looking good, and Willie Palms says, "Oh no," and just shakes it off, and the crowd likes it. They want to fight, and Willie Palms says, "I'm going to give you one." We've got two very big men throwing heavy leather right now. They're athletic enough that they're professional boxers, but I don't think they're quick enough that they're not going to get out of the way of punches, which could be a recipe for a slugfest. This one's scheduled for 6 rounds. Having not fought since 2011, you wonder what kind of gym time Willie Palms has had, as a right hand lands courtesy of Niall Kennedy. And Niall Kennedy with a right hand that scores. And referee Gene Del Bianco says it was a slip. He's going to say that Kennedy pushed him to the mat more than he punched him to the mat. And I think that it was a punch from Niall Kennedy which caused Palms to start going to the mat. He tried to hang on. I think that should have been ruled a knockdown. Niall Kennedy finding his rhythm here in round 1. Well, good opening round for Niall Kennedy. Even though there was no official knockdown scored, I guess you could consider making it a 10-8 round. Referee Gene Del Bianco steps in. Did he stop the fight, or is that simply the end of round 1? He looked like he stepped in before the bell. But we have the round card girl for round 2, indicating to us that round 2 is about to begin. Nevertheless, good round 1 for Niall Kennedy. Willie Palms is still standing. Niall Kennedy is over in his corner receiving instructions from Mark Vaz, ready to come out for round 2. And round 2 set to begin. And a left hand from Niall Kennedy sends Palms to the canvas. Palms tries to argue that this one was a push, as was ruled the case in round 1, but now an official knockdown scored here in round 2. Palms try to catch him with the left hand. Draw some ooze from the crowd. And Willie Palms wobbles, and referee Gene Del Bianco calls a halt to this contest amidst round 2. Niall Kennedy still undefeated now at 6-0 with 3 wins by knockout. Niall Kennedy heading back to Ireland victorious.